Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all things true crime. If you are new here and this is your first time stopping by, I really hope you appreciate today's case coverage and you'll consider subscribing to the channel. And I just want to welcome back all my Titans. Thank you for joining me for yet another upload. So this one is actually a part 2 to the Micheal Vaughan case we were covering. Like I said before, I wasn't on YouTube covering true crime, at least at the time last year, or July 2021, when this actually happened, but I am covering it now. And so I do have a couple things to go through, and I have actually a message from Michael's mother, Brandy, to give you guys at the end as well. So I wanted to kind of just show you I have a news article I wanted to show you guys really quick, and then I was going to share the first court appearance because we do have arrest has been made in the case. So I'm actually just going to show you the news coverage first. So you'll be seeing that on your screen, and I'm going to go ahead and play that for you, and then I will be back after it's over with and we will discuss it.
Still following developing news out of Payette County. Police have made an arrest in connection to the disappearance of Micheal Vaughan. The boy went missing from his Fruitland home back in July of 2021 when he was 5 years old. Police arrested 35-year-old Sarah Wandra for failure to report a death. This is her mugshot you're about to see. Crews have been excavating the backyard of a home in Fruitland since Saturday. We now know that that home is where Wandra has been living. We have team coverage from Payette County. News Channel 7's Abby Davis is outside the home in Fruitland where crews have been digging in the backyard looking for evidence. But first, let's go to Alexandra Duggan outside the Payette County Courthouse in Payette where Sarah Wandra was arraigned this afternoon. Alex?
So today in court, the courtroom was very quiet and somber as people were listening to the arraignment of Sarah Wandra. The state of Idaho alleged today that on November 12th, Sarah Wandra failed to notify police about a death and covered up the way in which Micheal Vaughan died. Now, we don't know how Micheal Vaughan died. We don't know if he is dead. That has not been confirmed by police, but they're still investigating and looking for his remains. And the judge also sealed a probable cause affidavit in the matter. They say that they do not want to jeopardize a high-profile case like this to the public. And in the court, Wandra said with folded arms, she understands the charges that are being brought against her, but she, quote, that is, quote, not correct. Now, Police Chief J.D. Huff says that he wants to do this investigation right for the family. He's not going to comment on anything else. He's not going to say if they found Michael's remains, but he wants to have a successful prosecution in the matter, and he's going to do right by this investigation. Back to you, Doug.
All right, Alexandra Duggan live outside the Payette County Courthouse this evening. Now let's go to Abby Davis live near the house where police have been excavating the backyard looking for the remains of Micheal Vaughan. Abby, what can you tell us about what happened there today?
Well, Doug, we've been on the scene since this morning while they were excavating the backyard. But you can see behind me, operations have shut down for the day, and they shut down around 3:45. That is a little bit different than they have been operating the past couple of days when they have been shutting down when it gets dark. But the police chief, J.D. Huff, did say that they had some other matters to attend to. What those matters are, he didn't specify. But you can see behind me, our photographer, Logan Shank, will zoom in for you now. Things are quiet. I was just talking to an officer. He said that an officer will remain on the scene throughout the night for security reasons. But you can see that police tape just kind of shutting off the area to any through traffic. You can see that white fence that has been taken down for excavation. Now, yesterday they told us they were excavating the entire yard. That was their plan, and that they also planned on digging 3 to 4 feet deep. Now, like I said earlier, they obtained a search warrant recently, started working Friday night. Police Chief Huff said that they're taking the dirt off site to a location to be processed. As far as what led them to this home, though, this home is about 4 minutes away from the Vaughan family home. It was what was called, quote, a very credible tip. That is what Huff told us. And then he later confirmed today that that tip came from someone inside of the house. So that is the most recent information about this credible tip that we have about what led police and law enforcement here to excavate the backyard of this home. Now, like Alex mentioned, this investigation has many moving parts, but the police chief did say that their main goal is to, of course, recover Micheal and help bring some closure to this grieving community and, of course, the Vaughan family home. Now, just to reiterate, we don't have any confirmation. Police have not told us if they have found Micheal or his remains. We will, of course, keep you all updated on that, but they will be back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30 with some different equipment. So that is some new information. They really have been using heavy equipment, backhoes, and dump trucks. Now Huff confirmed that tomorrow they will be bringing in some more lighter equipment, some fine-tuned equipment, if you will. That was the words that he used specifically. So Doug.
Abby, thank you very much. That'll be day 4 of excavating at that home.
So that was day 4 of them, like he said, of them excavating the home. And if you've seen pictures of the backyard, the home in the backyard is not big. I would say it's maybe a half an acre altogether. So for them to be on their 4th day and we've seen so much dirt come out, they are literally just taking it layer by layer by layer. They don't want to disturb anything. They've been working diligently on this case since the beginning, and everything needs to be strategic. I couldn't even get that word out, strategic. And it just needs to go, everything needs to go according to plan here. So I'm going to show you actually one of the homeowners, well, they're renting the home, got arrested. Her name is Sarah Wandra. She had her first court appearance. I believe there are 3 people that live in the home. Her husband, Stacy, is the other one. And I can't remember the third party's name, but I'm going to look into that since that news article said somebody in the house spoke up. That's where they got that credible tip. So I don't know if she's talking or if her husband's talking, or maybe this outside source that was living with them is talking. So I am going to play the court appearance for you guys. And then I have a message from Brandy for everybody on YouTube. And if you want to stick around for that, that would be great. If you want to fast forward through the court appearance, I believe that it is like 12 minutes long, and I do have it on 1.25 Zoom or speed. So we should get through it pretty quickly. And I'll go ahead and play that now. So make sure if your headphones are on, they are down a little bit.
All right, we will ask you to take up the case of Sarah Wandra.
Excuse me, do you have anything further you want to say? All right, you're welcome.
Are you Sarah Wandra? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I took it off the screen.
I need you to move in a little closer to the mic. I don't know if I hear you. Okay. You're Stacy Wandra? You're Sarah. Okay, thank you. Ms. Wandra, in this case, which is CR 38221769, you are charged.
I'm going to put the speed to 1.5 speed.
The law in one count is alleged that you did on or about the 12th day of November of this year here in the state of Idaho fail to notify the coroner of a death Micheal Vaughan, with the intent to prevent the discovery of the manner of death. That is a felony here in the state of Idaho. Do you understand the allegation that they made against you?
I understand what they said, it's not correct.
All right. You have a number of rights when you are charged with a crime. The deputies typically hand out a document that describes those rights in detail. Did you see a document like that?
They're doing documents right now.
All right. So in a criminal case, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent as it relates to the underlying charges. You have the right to require the state to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to cross-examine and confront the evidence the state may put on and prove its case, the right to testify in your own defense if you wish to, the right to use subpoenas to bring witnesses and evidence to the trial as you may determine to be appropriate, and the right to be represented by an attorney at all stages of these proceedings. Do you understand you have those rights?
I have the rights, but I don't have any to be silent because of the law.
All right, well, so I'm going to remind you have the right to remain silent. I'm not going to say anything to you or ask you any questions that are designed to get you to speak about or encourage you to speak about the underlying events. Everyone who gives up that right and does speak about the case or make any statement at all about it, of course, those can be used against you, so I'll remind you of that. As it relates to your right to an attorney, do you intend to ask me to appoint an attorney of public defense? Do you intend to hire your own counsel or represent yourself in this case?
I don't myself. No, get an attorney.
Okay. Do you want me to appoint an attorney to help you at county expense?
I'm going one.
All right, we have you raise your right hand and be sworn so I can ask you some questions and be sure you're qualified. You solemnly swear the testimony that you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Wandra, what is your current physical address?
1102 Bergen Street, driven by LP.
Current telephone number? Don't scratch that, I'm not asking about that right now. Who's your current employer?
I am for myself. Not like, tax return.
And what is your typical income a week?
I wouldn't be able to tell you some of the exact amount. I don't know. Doing my tax twice a week.
More or less than $500 a week?
Probably more than 5 years. I haven't again.
So are you working at all right now?
Well, obviously not if I'm in jail, but I only work day to day.
Right, so I'm trying to get an idea of what your typical income is. Obviously, when a person's in custody, they can't generate income.
I don't know my exact income.
Do you own any land or buildings anywhere?
I don't want to go into them.
How much money do you have in bank or cash on hand?
There has to change in numbers.
Do you own any personal property worth more than $1,000?
I've never been to most I got, but I am partially card, but I also don't do more things.
Meaning you owe money against it to someone?
No, I have on it with my dad.
I see. All right, let me find you qualified for the appointment of an attorney. I'm going to appoint in this case Mr. Lee Maloney. I did review an affidavit of probable cause in this case, and for purposes of this hearing, find probable cause. What's the state's position, if any, on Vaughan?
Your Honor, the state is asking for a relatively high bond. Obviously, there are implications associated with this charge. And this is the young boy that we're talking about has been disappeared. It should be noted that Ms. Wandra is on pretrial release for federal gun charges for felony possession of a firearm. And while that would happen after Michael Vaughan initially disappeared, I think it shows that she's a danger to the community, and she fails to abide by social norms. We all expect that there are obviously very serious implications in her being aware of his whereabouts this whole time. So the state's asking for $1 million bond.
Ms. Maloney, what presentation are you looking at?
Your Honor, I recognize these are serious allegations. I would ask the court consider the charges as they presently are and how they are articulated within the probable cause affidavit and the absence of certain facts which may create issues with probable cause. I recognize that the court may have some concern regarding release. At this time, however, I would ask the court consider any electronic monitoring in lieu or in conjunction with a lower bond, less than $1 million. $1 million.
All right, in this case, the court, as it does in all cases, of course, takes into account Item Criminal 46 and the factors set forth there, specifically problematic as it relates to release conditions or on Ms. Wandra's own cognizance or her criminal history, which was provided as part of the probable cause affidavit, the possibility of violations of law, where she would be released and the inability to necessarily manage those effectively with restrictions on her release. The nature of her criminal history certainly reclaiming her character and reputation into question or this review, unfortunately. Taking those factors into account, folks, that bond in this case, the amount of $500,000. Should that bond be posted, Ms. Wandra must immediately sign up for pretrial services to be monitored. She must be fitted with a GPS tracking device prior to her release from custody. She must not commit crimes in the resolution of this case. She must not leave the state of Idaho. She must remain sober. Maintain contact with her attorney, attend all of the court hearings, sign a waiver of extradition. Sign up for pretrial release before leaving, otherwise the Fayette County Courthouse complex is going to set this for a status conference and review hearing on the 21st and 22nd of November. The status conference will be at 10 a.m. on the 21st and the preliminary hearing at 9 a.m. on the 22nd.
Your Honor, prior to the court recessing, we would take up a procedural issue.
Yes, I did receive, in this case, a motion, so I wasn't keeping by the other purchase hand between a motion to seal at least the affidavit of probable cause, as I understand. Is that right, Mr.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Does the defense object taking that up now?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr.
Your Honor, the state's requesting that the probable cause affidavit be sealed. Obviously, it's a high-profile case, and there are privacy concerns as well as jury trial concerns should the details within the PC affidavit be released. And in addition to those articulated in the motion, there is still an ongoing investigation, and so we worry about the impact that releasing certain details of the PC affidavit would have on the investigation. So we respectfully request that the court seal the PC affidavit. at least temporarily until we can have a flesh out those claims. Thank you.
Ms. Malone, what response do you have? If you have an objection at all, let's go.
Your Honor, defense joins the motion, and I think it's appropriate pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32, little I, to make E, that this could jeopardize future proceedings given the public nature of this case at this time. So I would ask that the court grant the state's motion.
All right, I reviewed Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32, I, and the authority the courts have to exercise discretion in sealing or not of court documents. And I am going to seal the affidavit of probable cause and the investigative reports attached thereto pursuant to the motion, specifically taking into account subpart 2E and the preservation of right to a fair trial. The court is aware of the intense public interest in this matter and how publication of the details of this case may interfere with the ability to panel jury and receive a fair trial in the case. In addition, less focus I suppose, the court, there are some risks of harm to persons should that information be publicly available. And so in circumstances of this case, the interest in privacy predominates over public disclosure as is set forth in subpart I-1. I'll ask you, Mr. Duke, to prepare a word detailing the findings as required by the rule and sealing the case. Of course, it's subject being revisited should that be determined to be appropriate or necessary. So, or we'll ask until it's revisited by this court or something. Do you have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else to take up? Okay, thank you.
Nothing to say, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so that's basically all of that. And so what we got from, from her first court appearance, and she does go back, I believe it said November 21st. She's on a $500,000 bail. So she only has to provide 10% of that, which would be $50,000. So she could get out of jail $50,000, and she'd have to be tethered to an ankle monitor. Coming from somebody that knows of someone that's been tethered to an ankle monitor, they don't work. I don't even know why the courts still allow them to even exist, because half the time they're not hooked up right. I don't know if they switched this in the last 10 years, but they used to have to be hooked up to an actual landline phone. And who uses those anymore, really? And how reliable are they? I don't know. So that's what she has to do if she wants to get out, which I don't see her getting out. She appears to not be there all the way. And I'm saying that in the best way. Like, she looks like she's either in shock because maybe she didn't do it, or she did and she got caught, or maybe she has like a mental disability that's going on. Because when they asked her if she wanted to represent herself, she almost was like, yeah, I'm going to represent myself. And honey, you can't represent yourself. So I wanted to tell you also what she got charged with. She got charged with death, failure to notify or delay notification of death. And I believe that they will charge her with more once they find Micheal. But this is the last thing that I wanted to bring up about this. For today, I want to give everybody a message from Brandy. I'm not going to play the video of her finding out about her son passing away. I'm not going to play the video of her neighbors being called by another YouTuber. I'm not going to play where another YouTuber called the jail and asked what the charges were. She is begging YouTubers to please step back from the investigation. Don't show up on her yard. Don't show up on her lawn. And you know who you guys are. I've said your names before. It's ridiculous. Don't go out there touching evidence, taking freaking pictures with it. This is a little boy that we are talking about. We are not talking about clicks and freaking views right now. We are talking about somebody's little boy that has suffered. And his mother and his siblings and his father are still suffering. You don't know what it's like. You never will know what it's like. Because you don't have children and you never will have children at this point. So stop it. Don't go out there again. Sorry, guys. I just had to do that because I don't think that these people realize what they're doing to these cases. And then they wonder why they're not getting solved and people are not going to jail and being held accountable. It's every month, and I'm a new YouTuber to true crime. All right, guys, I said all I needed to say. I got it all out, I think, for the most part, but I may go live tonight to get it out a little more. If you have any information about this case, please reach out to law enforcement. Please do not reach out to Brandy and her family right now and ask for anything. If she wants to come on your panel, she'll reach out to you. If you guys stuck with me this long and you heard me go through my whole rant, I really hope you appreciated today's case coverage because it's a hard one. And I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, clicking the bell icon, and giving this video a thumbs up. That way it gets into the algorithm, and then maybe, just maybe, those other YouTubers will see this video. And maybe, just maybe, they'll stop. But that's all I have for you guys for today. And I appreciate your time. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.